All right, as we enter a whole new day in trade, let's take a look at the forces that are likely to impact our markets today. The US had somewhat of a different session yesterday than what we've seen the last couple. The gains were lower. The Dow climbed 262 points, and the small cap Russell 2000 was the outperforming index, up 1.75%. That's a clear signal that the play has now rotated towards cyclicals and perhaps the broader markets and not just the big tech stocks and the large cap stocks that we've been seeing previously. The S&P 500 fell 0.14%. The Nasdaq lost 1.4%. So the Nasdaq's really been bleeding. Yesterday, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Alphabet all closed in the red. Investors moved out of technology names and stay-at-home stocks, and investors moved into, once again, cyclical stocks that would benefit from the recovery. Futures as well weren't looking too positive. They were flat in overnight trading. Dow futures dropped around 55 points. S&P futures and Nasdaq 100 futures also fell around 0.1% each. Now, Asia this morning, stocks are still rising, so that's a good sign. The Nikkei in Japan is recording a 1.26% jump in early trade. Shares of robot maker Fanuc have jumped 2.25%. The Topix index as well gaining very smartly, up 1.6%. South Korea's Kospi is also gaining around 0.4%, and the S&P ASX 200, which is in Australia, is up 1.14%. So Asia Pacific, every major benchmark is in the green, despite somewhat of a weakish US handover. Perhaps Nifty can take cues from that as well. Now, the Stoxx 600 coming to Europe yesterday managed to close up 0.1%. Tech stocks over here as well, taking a lead from the US, fell around 2%, and banks appreciated around 4.5%. So Europe, again, a bit mixed. Traditional tech and stay-at-home plays suffering and cyclicals benefiting. So there's a clear rotation, no matter where you look, towards the cyclical stocks. Oil and gold, two commodities we need to update you on. Brent crude futures rose 53 cents or 1.3% to $42.93, so nearly 43. So now aviation, tourism, all that's looking up. So obviously the oil outlook is also much better. US WTI crude futures settled up $1.07 or 2.7% to $41.36 per barrel. So there again we're benefiting. WTI has definitely seen a sharp uptick in the recent two sessions. Now gold, spot gold, climbed 1.1%, so also retracing some of its losses earlier. See, every time equities outperform, gold suffers, right? So that's what we saw the last two sessions. Now as we've seen equities kind of cool off, gold is up over 1% to 1,881, so nearly back at 1,900. And then US gold futures were up 1.3% at $1,878 per ounce.